Um, Again, hi, my name is Keisha G. I'm outside right now. I live in Florida. I'm in Northport, Florida. And I do video diaries documenting my life here and some of the struggles that I go through living in a home. Not necessarily abusive in public, but there's a couple things that I struggle with and I would like to talk about it. I mentioned how when I was 21 years old, I was euthanized on medication. At the time, I did not need that medication, but they did prescribe me one medication that kind of reversed the effects of the toxification of that euthanization. I grew up with a mother. Can't say what she's diagnosed as, but she has bleached her skin with chemical creams. I actually have the creams stored here. And if you go online and you search them, they'll tell you the ingredients in them, and they'll tell you basically that the illegal ingredients in them, these are not found in store-boughts and it's not FDA approved, and a lot of the chemicals would be banned because of how toxic they are. But this is one of them. She's been using creams like this for 30 years. And this is another one. It's called Clear Therapy. It's advocated to make your skin lighter. It chemically peels your skin. This one is called Gluta-C Injection 24K Gold. And she uses this one as well. She's been using creams like that for 20, 30, 40 years, ever since I was a little girl. And I do, if you're asking me if I use that, no. She has tried to introduce it to several people in the family. There are some women that kind of use it. Not as much as she uses it, but they also use it. There are some women in the family that don't use it. I don't use it. I haven't touched or saw something like that for, I'm 31 now, 20 years. So 20 years of not using something like that. And she's been using it for since I was a little girl. And because I don't use stuff like that, I know what my natural complexion is. I know what I look like when I'm sunburned, or when I get a little bit darker, or when it's winter, and I also lose a tan. I know what my body looks like naturally. I don't chemically edit my skin, but she does. And her reasoning is that it makes her look more beautiful. She recently, at the age of 59, I think she is now, about to be 60, got her first tumor, and it was around her thyroid, and they recently cut it out. Luckily, she got it that late in life. To be honest, using creams like that, you would have gotten it a lot sooner. Yeah, and obviously she doesn't look well. I put a video on her, what she really looks like, and I'm not happy about it because she freaked out on those chemicals so much. She was so aggressive. She was so abusive. She used to hit and yell at me. It's just that now I'm older, so I try to tolerate it less. It gave me anxiety because I felt like I had to keep a big secret. And everybody knows she does it in the family too. It's just that they don't say anything. They don't do anything. They never got her therapy, or oh, do you think you have a problem? Do you want an intervention? Do you think this is bad to do it around your kid? They just never did anything. They just kind of normalized who she was, or they talked about her, but they never approached her. They never asked her. And now that I am 31, now that I'm 31 years old, they approach me about it. And I find it really weird because it's why would you approach me about something like that? Why are you approaching me about something like that? Are you okay? And it's creepy. these people are creepy. It's like, why are you approaching me about it now? Are you okay? That's what I think about it. That's what I'm gonna consistently think about it. And I didn't say anything. I've been saying stuff, but obviously these people are trying to bully me in secret, so I have to expose it. No. Yeah, they did it. They allowed it to happen to her for like 30, 40 years. And don't get me wrong, I had my own troubles with her, but it was hard taking care of somebody. She was always kind of like that, and those creams made her weaker because her immune system is weak, because she never goes outside. She hasn't gotten enough sun, and she doesn't put the correct cream on her skin. She's basically taking all of the vitamins out of her system, and then she doesn't go outside, and sometimes she doesn't eat the foods that she's supposed to eat. But it makes you weaker. Obviously, all of those things are going to make you weaker, and it's going to make you mentally ill, and mentally ill people don't think straight. And because they don't think straight, they do things. Now, is she the only person with a problem in my family? No, because there are other sisters that do it. And there are other sisters that struggle with different things. Maybe substance abuse, alcohol abuse. I don't know. Everybody has their addictions that they fail in life, and they go through their own nervous breakdowns and sexual assault. I also mentioned that I grew up with a family of sex workers. Yes, some of them were nurses. Yes, some of them worked in the health field, but they also worked in the sex industry. And if you look at some videos, they'll tell you, look at strippers who say that I'm stripping because I want to pay for med school. That's a real scenario. And it's because they have nobody to help them pay for med school. In the case of my mother, she used it as a beauty secret because it was a play on colorism, and men liked a specific type of woman. She got a lot of plastic surgery done. I'm Keisha again. I don't have plastic surgery. I don't lighten my skin, and I've never gotten anything done on my body, and that's why I find it so weird if somebody takes it and does something weird with it. Because it is weird. I'm drinking electrolyte water right now. And I'm sitting out. I'm not outside right now, which I should be. And I'm getting hot, bro. I'm wearing a sweater. But yes, I have to put these on recordings because either way, if I die, I just want it recorded. I just want information to get up to the cloud and just to be around for several different timelines. And it helps me with like my anxiety about it. It helps me like think about like the social connections of other mental illnesses that I deal with around the people who kind of like normalize weird stuff, and they don't get help, they don't talk about it, they don't do anything about it, only when they want to, or only when they're trying to take advantage of me. Unfortunately, not having stable parents makes it easy for other people to take advantage of me. And yes, multiple people have tried to take advantage of me. And it's unfortunate because that's what they like to do in secret. But yes, I am putting that online. There are a bunch of catfish women. They use my lips and they use my teeth, which are real. I got braces, by the way. They use my lips and my teeth, or some type of archetype of like what I look like, my eyes maybe, and they go online. I know this is gonna sound off topic. I try to stay reality based as much as possible, but I think there are witches using people as vessels and like pretending to be them so they can have sex. Anyway, that's probably not real. But it is weird. Again, I pray for humanity. Yes, I had to take care of a woman like basically gave herself cancer. She got a tumor cut out of her neck as well, a couple years ago. Luckily, it happened so late. It could have happened a lot sooner. Considering the creams do that, and it's unfortunate. I try to help her as much as I can, but I'm struggling as a growing woman. There are people that, again, that try to take advantage of me because of her condition, and I don't want that. And I was watching a video on colorism, and obviously there's so many topics, but one topic of colorism that I do know is that as much as a colorist woman is the lesser counterpart, there are people that do take advantage of them. And that side of it is that those people are supposed to think that they're better, and that those people are supposed to think that they're better. Now, I believe somebody is better on merit. I don't believe somebody is better and not better. I just believe that people are better on the basis of the merit of who they are as people. But those people are supposed to be better, right? And so they get harassed. And sometimes people like to sexually fetishize them. And if they are not corroborating that the way that they want to, they get beat, smacked, or raped. And because they're still black, usually, like, people get confused about what it means to be lighter skin. I said in one of my videos that I am not biracial. People keep calling me biracial or Oreo. I'm not biracial. I'm actually Latin American and black. But biracial means that you're white and black. And there are different variations of this. You could be, black and Asian. You could be black and Hispanic. You could be black and white. You could be black and wherever you're from. But biracial usually means black and white. I am not a black and white woman. I'm a black and Hispanic woman. So I'm not biracial in that sense, but maybe biracial in the sense of what I am mixed with. And we go into these topics, and those people, if depending on who they are, they get harassed, beat on, raped, and if they feel like you're close in sect to them, meaning that you're close enough to be close to them, if you disrespect them in any way, they'll try to make you hurt in a specific way too. They're gonna hurt you, and there's that harassment. I deal with that as well, and I haven't dealt with it in a while because the person that kind of sexually assaulted me, I'm not supposed to be in contact with. But I do deal with it. I have to get sunlight because I haven't taken a shower. I'm actually very stinky, so like, I haven't taken a shower. I'm gonna put this on in the video, but yes, unfortunately though, it's true that making yourself lighter to achieve status and get up socially in the world is wrong. And so there are some darker skinned people that are right about that, and it's true, there's no lie in it. And this is where we have a little bit of a chaotic struggle, and then teaching people to poison yourself to get a little bit lighter. Really, really, really bad teaching. And we don't want people to struggle like that. Yes, I'm grabbing my sunscreen because if you go out into the sun, you might as well protect your skin as well. Yes, I do not use those creams. My mother was using it for several years. It's actually very poisonous. If you ever see a product like that, don't use them. She just got cancer, whether she wants to admit it to herself or not, but it is hard. And then again, I went through my brain pinching at 21 as well, and it's not the worst. I've healed so much from it. And probably because of stress, just dealing at home. I live in a environment where it's very stressful because she doesn't go outside. She stays inside because she likes to keep her skin light. And so she does have mental illness features that she doesn't recognize. I've been going outside since I was a little girl. Okay, guys. I know some people are confused. I used to bike ride in the middle of Brooklyn all the time. I'm not afraid of the sun. But yeah, unfortunately, it's sad. I don't have a perfect life, but God is good to me, and I appreciate what I have. I appreciate what I am. Again, I am a Latin girl, and I'm black, and I am what I am. And I appreciate what God has done for me, and I don't want to confuse anybody about what that means. Colorism is a no, but harassment is a no too. You can't rape somebody because they're lighter than you. Okay.